Does money feel like a struggle, inconsistent, and never fully stabilizes? If you've been working hard, doing all the right things, learning, trying, improving, then this may not be a strategy issue. This is your inner OS. Your relationship with money is not just practical. It's not just budgeting. It's not just strategy. It's emotional. It's energetic. And it's deeply programmed within you. And until your inner OS is clearly seen, money tends to repeat the same experience in different forms. I once worked with a client who was extremely hardworking. She was doing everything she was told to do. She had multiple income ideas. She was learning constantly and she was putting in effort every single day. But her income stayed unpredictable. Some months she would do really well, and then suddenly everything would slow down again. And she kept saying, I don't understand. I'm doing everything right. And then we took a deeper look. Now, she grew up in a home where money was always scarce. Bills meant stress. Conversations about money meant arguments. Money always created conflict. So her inner OS learned something very specific. Money is equal to pressure. So even as an adult, every time money started increasing, her system would subtly create a slowdown, not consciously, but through hesitation, overthinking, delays, and emotional fatigue. And I've seen this hundreds of times. Now let's break this down and look at the top 5 blocks. The first block is when you associate money with conflict. So even when money comes in, your body doesn't relax. It braces because your system has learned that more money is equal to more pressure. And a part of you always resists expansion just so that you can stay emotionally safe. Now, the second block you believe is that money has to be very hard to earn. That struggle equals value. So when things start to feel easy, you unconsciously complicate them because ease doesn't match your programming, and your inner OS will always try to return you to what feels familiar. Now, the third block is when you feel guilt around receiving more, because when you grow up within scarcity, you feel that if you have more than others or earn more than your environment, then it is not fair. Something within you just tightens. So instead of expanding, you shrink back. Not because you don't want more, but because your system is trying to stay emotionally aligned to your old identity patterns. Now, the fourth block is your inability to actually hold on to that money you earned. Business is not just about making money, it's also about holding that money. Now, I want you to really understand this very clearly, that if your system does not feel safe within stability, it will not allow stability to be the norm. So money will come in, but something will always create a flow out again. Unexpected expenses, impulsive decisions, emotional spending, just sabotage that leads to what your system defines as regulation. The fifth block is when your self-worth is tied to your income. Every financial fluctuation becomes emotional. So instead of clarity, you enter pressure. Instead of grounded decisions, you enter urgency. And this is where most people lose stability internally, not because of money, but because of identity entanglement. These are not conscious choices. This is your inner OS running in the background. This is not mindset, this is programming. And I've seen this ever too often within my clients. People trying to think their way out of scarcity and into abundance, while their system is still coded for scarcity. This is not mindset, this is programming. And I've seen this ever too often. Here's how to begin to create a shift. You don't fix this by forcing more effort. You fix it, you shift it through awareness. Because the moment you can see the pattern clearly, without judgment, your system begins to reorganize itself. And when your inner OS changes, your financial reality has no choice but to respond. And the issue is not actually about money or its lack. Money is simply the mirror. What it's really showing you is your internal coding around safety, worth, and receiving. If this is resonating and you're starting to notice these patterns in your own life, then you can join me soon within my community, where I go deeper into helping you understand your inner OS and begin the process of recoding it together.